I'm Dan Hill, and I'm going to tell you something. All your friends, they don't want to celebrate your birthday for a week. They're done. We're done.
Welcome to the 41 and Done podcast.
Do it. We're done with it. This week, we are 41 and done with birthday weeks. Look, this was a tough pill to swallow, okay? Because I particularly am guilty of doing this stuff. But as I've said week to week, like with the 41 and Done podcast, I'm not just only done with things that I don't like. I'm done with things that I do like because I'm trying to be a better person, and I don't want to make others celebrate me for an entire week anymore or ever. I shouldn't have done it back then. I shouldn't be doing it now, and I think that you shouldn't be doing it anymore. Here's why. Birthday weeks are tough. They're tough for you. They're tough for the person celebrating, planning, and they're tough for your guests. They're tough for your friends, for your family, for a variety of reasons. First of all, it's called a birthday. Just by definition of the word, a birthday is your day of birth. Day. Birth day. Not a week, not a month, not a couple of days. It's a birthday, and you get that day. That is your day. That is your day to do your thing. We're getting a little crazy. We're getting out of hand with the birthday weeks that are still going on into our 40s. A lot of people, we got work. We got families. We got kids. We got pets. We've got other shit. We have hobbies. Our kids have hobbies. Our pets have hobbies. We love you. We absolutely love you. That's why we're still friends. But damn, man, the whole week, multiple events, that's outrageous. And you know it. At this age, you know it. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. It was my birthday, one lovely day in May 25th. I think I was maybe turning 25, 26, something like that. We threw a party. We had a party at my apartment in Brentwood. All my buds came, all my peoples, and we got after it, man. We got out of hand. We got drunk. You know, we stayed up late. We had a laugh. We played rock band. We were doing it up. And not only was I should have left it there. I should have had that party, and that should have been it. Okay, this party was famous because I developed me, Jenny, and my buddy Marshall. We stayed up and we played rock band so late into the night. We actually created a band called Late Night Trilogy, and we were pretty serious about it. We were gonna as we were doing it, we're like, guys, we're gonna get good at rock band. We're gonna practice, and we're gonna play this shit on hard or whatever the toughest level was. And I don't think we ever played again after that night. But all of those promises that we made on that night, those were real. In the moment, those were fucking ironclad. We woke up, the plan was to have this party and then the next day go to fucking Dave and Buster's, the adult arcade restaurant and bar. And I know in my life, by experience, if you plan like a multi-event shindig or just something that has an abundance of activities, activity one, no matter what you plan, activity one, day one is the banger. That is the humdinger. You go to Vegas, you're like, well, we're going to get there, and night one, we're going to take it easy because on night two, we're doing this. No. Night one's nuts, no matter what the fuck you do, okay? Night one is it. That's the thing. Everyone's going to go for it. So, and that's what we did. So the next day, I'm like, all right, and then my actual birthday, we're going to go to Dave and Buster's. I dragged all my friends to Dave and Buster's, obliterated, hungover, not feeling it. And you could see it. You could see it on everyone's face. But I was that guy. I was that guy who was like, fuck that. This is my birthday week. This is my thing. I'm doing this. We're all going. And God bless them, my friends. You guys were troopers. You went through it. You went through it with me, and you did it with smiles on your faces. But man, oh man, when we sat to dinner, like, there were no drinks to be had. It was a lot of waters. A lot of waters going on. A lot of people recovering. A lot of people not into it. So, I mean, just that personal experience alone was like, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Birthday weeks are tough, dude. They're tough. We got to give those up, even though they're fun. Like, I know it's fun planning a bunch of shit for yourself to do on your birthday and stacking events, but it's time to be done. Time to be done with it. At this age, let's be done. There's multiple reasons to be done with birthday weeks. There's financial pressure, man. As a friend, as a bestie, and you got your person telling you like, hey, we're going to go to dinner on Thursday. Then we're going to go to the bar on Friday. Then we're going to do brunch on Saturday. Then we're going to do a hike on Sunday. And oh, by the way, I want to do all of this not in our hometown. No. Let's go to New Orleans, or let's go to Denver, or let's go just not where we live. Let's go to Vegas and we do all this. That's $1,000 easy, maybe probably more. There's a joke I saw on Instagram that Jenny showed me a long time ago that was like, you want to do anything today? You want to do anything in this world? It's $1,000. And that couldn't be more true in 2026. The financial pressure. And I know as like someone who's planning your day, you're like, this is my birthday and I can do what I want. I want to do what I want. I want to celebrate me, and I want to do all of these things because this is the one day a year that I can do my thing. And then just look at your friends. Just look at your friends and be like, do I want to do all of that and make my friends poor and destroy their pockets? Do I want to do that? If you want to do that, fucking pay for everybody then. If you're financially able, do that. But pay for it. 40s, man. Pay for it. Otherwise, do not push your people to drop $1,000 on you for a week, for 3 days, for 5 days. Don't do that. And as a friend, that pressure is so hard. It's so tough. You don't want to be the friend to be like, hey, can I dim your light a little bit? Because you dim in my pockets. You dim in my checkbook. My funds are not sufficient anymore. Don't dim my pockets. Don't dim your light. Nobody wants to look like the villain in your birthday movie. That's where this leans into like a ghosting type issue. Your besties don't want to tell you no because they love you, but they don't want to spend $2, $3, $1,000 on your week. Okay, so they're not going to talk to you. They're not going to confirm, or they're going to lie. They're like, oh, I got something. I'm so sorry. Because look, we're in a tight spot. Everybody's struggling. You know, maybe not everybody, but I mean, $1,000 is $1,000. I don't give a shit who you are, what type of financial situation you're in. Then you got the themes. Every event requires themes. Like, not only are you in a foreign place or out of town or not at your hometown, but now you have to wear white to everything. Like, okay, so now I'm hemmed up for 5 days on this vacation or this week thing, and now I'm also saddled with finding 5 white outfits. All white outfits? Go F yourself. That's out of control. That's what they call out of pocket. If you're planning a birthday week and it is going on for multiple days, probably some of those days are going to be weekdays. Now, if you are doing this needs to now be federally regulated, okay? Because now you're messing with people's work. Now you got people taking vacation days for you. And I don't take vacation days for nobody. You know, I stack those. I use them for me. You're asking a lot from all your people. And I know it's hard. This is a hard thing to do. This is a tough pill to swallow. But I just firmly believe at this age, in your 40s, you've done it. It's time to be done. It's time to roll it back. Smaller birthdays. All right? Dim the light. I know that term is used so much. Like, don't let people dim your light. Yeah, don't let others dim your light. Dim your light yourself. Take your hand, put it on a light switch, and dim that shit. Okay? I'm begging you. Dim it. Birthday weeks can get to your head. If you're the one planning it, you know, you're like, why stop at a day? Why stop at 5 days? Why not book a month? Why not book a week? No, man. You're starting to act like you're on like a royal tour of your own life. Don't do that. Oh, don't get me started. You know how all of these birthday weeks are planned? Do you know? I do. Anybody who knows me knows that I do. They're planned in a group chat. And that's a whole different episode that I'm going to probably do down the road. But you put me in a group text with more than 3 people and I want to gouge my eyes out. I'm a person whose phone is completely silent. I don't get dinged. I barely get buzzed. I don't get the buzzer, the vibrate. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then when you come back to your phone and you have 30 fucking messages about what everyone's going to wear, or you have 30 messages of a bunch of your dudes in the group chat, like making fun of each other. Like, come on, man. We're not 21 anymore. I can't read this fucking long chain about how we're going to the club or how Jimmy's a bitch. I don't want to read up on who puked. I don't want to do it. And it just takes the fun out of everything. Like, I'll go back to that story that I told. Like, no one is enjoying my birthday events. They're enduring them. They're not enjoying, they're enduring. And I just don't want to do that to anybody. Like, I know I love myself. I know I want to have fun birthdays, but I know that I just don't want to put people out anymore. Then here's the other problem. You end up needing a recovery week from the birthday week. So now you have to take off even more, or you have to just sort of continue this state of life wreckage for more time, just trying to get back to normalcy. You don't want to do that to people either, man. And then look, it's never enough, is it? It's never enough. You end up looking back, or you end up being on the trip, and you think it sucks during the trip, or that you could have done something different, or you could have done something better, or you could have booked something better, or some server fucks up your whole table's order, and like, you know, the emotions are high during a birthday week, and you're never fully satisfied anyway. Okay, so I've gone through all the reasons why we shouldn't be doing big birthday weeks and multiple stacking of events for these type of birthdays. But I am going to make a few exceptions. Here are the exceptions to the rule, because there are some days, some birthdays that are more valuable than others. And I definitely want to acknowledge those, okay? 21st birthday, that's a banger, all right? You're through the teens, you hit 20, now you're legally of age to go out and party and drink and have all the fun times responsibly. I get it. That kind of birthday, you can plan some lead ups. You can go out a couple times and run the table. You know, that's a fun, celebratory, big time accomplishment hitting 21. So 21's okay. 25. 25 is another biggie. It's just a solid number to turn. When you hit 25, you needed time off from your 21st. You're 25 now. You probably have more money. You could probably do something cooler. You're probably not puking off a balcony anymore. You can go to a better spot. You can go to a beach town, and then have a beach day, and then have another big bar day and a dinner. 25 is a big deal. Good job. You are allowed to stack some days on that 25th birthday. Fast forward 5 years, 30, big deal. The big 3-0, that's a big one. That's a good one. Have a dinner. Have a surprise party. Throw that thing, have a night out. Have a dinner, a night out, a hike, or whatever. Have 2 days at a resort, 30's mega. You're out of the 20s. You're probably more established at where you work. You got more money now. You can do it right. Go back to Vegas. Don't stay at the shitty place. Get the nice spot. You're 30 now. You can have a few days. This is a perfect time to do it. Now you know what I'm going to say. After 30, boom, 40. 40 is a biggie too. It's the same thing for 30, only even more. Probably more established at work. You probably have way more money at this point. 10 years have passed since you've turned 30. You can do something extraordinary here for 40. Go to that vineyard that you wanted to go to. Do the cruise, do the vacation, fly, get all your people together. 40's big time, dude. I'm saying run it. Run that table. Next one. You got to go another 10 years before you're putting on a birthday week. 50. I don't even have to say anything about 50. That's huge. All right? 50 is a big, big ordeal. Pull out all the stops. That's kind of it. And if you do these big ones, like let's say you do 40 big, you do the 40th birthday big, 41, don't you dare plan a fucking cruise. Okay? 41, don't you dare say we're going to Bahamas. All right? We just did your 40. Do not put your friends through that. You keep it low key on 40, okay? You have yourself a brunch locally, and that's it. Okay? That's what you do. That's what you're allowed to do, damn it. 21, again, you turn 22, chill the fuck out. All right? No more bark. We're not bar crawling on 22. Okay? We did the bar crawl on 21. After you do the big one, you've got to have some chill years. 42, 43. Cool it. Okay? Give people a break. 49, you're not going to have a humdinger. And then 50, expect everyone to go to frickin' Saint-Tropez, to go to Greece. No, we're not doing this. We're not going to do it. Don't put your people through that. There's some other situational times where it's okay to celebrate big time and stack the week or stack it on a holiday. Major life comeback. You've beat an illness. You hit a huge milestone at work or something. If you're paying, none of this applies. You're taking everybody over. Do whatever the hell you want. And then joint milestones. If you and 3 of your friends are like, hey, let's have our birthdays together. Let's get everyone to go here. That's all. That's like the Costco of birthdays. You're celebrating in bulk. Okay. And you might be able to save there. You might be able to save some money on that because you're knocking out 3-4 birthdays that are together. I think I've made the case, man. You've got to chill. Your birthday's a day, unless it's one of these special days that I've laid out here. A full week, that's a timeshare presentation with a cake at the end. Let's be done. I've said a lot here. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you think this is totally off and I'm wrong here, I want to hear from you. Hit me up on Instagram, on TikTok. Hit me up on email, 41anddonepodcast@gmail.com. TikTok is at 41anddonepodcast. Instagram is at 41anddonepodcast. Let's get the conversation going. Let me know if I'm wrong. Did I get it right? Am I 100% right? Are you going to share this with someone who's currently planning a 2-week vacation in Cancun and you don't want to go? Do that. Let them know you're let them know this is a total fucking imposition. But I want to hear from you, man. That's what this is about. Let's talk to each other. Reach out. Hit me up. I want to talk to you. I do this podcast by myself, man. I want to talk to you. Hit me up. Don't be like Lars, though. Don't be a fucking jerk. Don't troll me. Let's have a conversation. Let's shoot this shit here. If you caught the Instagram, man, I got this weird cold. It was really bizarre. I think Jenny, I think the kids had it. It's the same shit. Kids have shit. They pass it to Jenny. And then I end up being like the last domino typically. But it was weird, man. It was maybe it was COVID. I don't know. But definitely had cold symptoms and definitely, stuffy, backed up. I didn't go to work sick though. I made sure I wasn't contagious before I went into work. And I took a day off when I didn't feel good either. So I stayed true to being done with coming to work sick. Check out that episode where I'm done with coming to work sick. That's a good one. Don't go to work sick. I'm on the other side of it now. And shout out to my homies at Colt 45 podcast, because when I posted that video that I like, hey man, I tried to do the podcast. I'm sorry, but I can't because I'm kind of sick. They hit me up and they were like, hey man, who's Michael Jordan without the flu game? He was like, get in the booth, sick or not, and lay down a banger. And damn it, I was like, that's facts. That is spot on, dude. And I wasn't the guy. I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't MJ. I was Bill Weddington. I was Steve Kerr in that moment. I passed the rock. Didn't take the shot. But anywho, I'm feeling better. Still got some post-nasal drip there, but we're working on it. This is boring. I got a tattoo last Saturday with my buddy Brennan. He works with me at Prop Store, and he's also got a tattoo shop in Lancaster. So if you want, in my Instagram, man, I tagged him. Like, he's a great artist. And I got the LA Dodgers LA tattooed on my inner left forearm, and it's kind of framed up with some palm trees, and then the sort of a cityscape in the background, and it's all sort of, it's healing now. That fucker got really itchy the other day, but it's healing up really nice. And I love it. And I feel like it balances my tattoos, because now I have both my inner forearms tattooed, and I feel more, I don't know, I just feel more balanced. This arm felt light, felt empty. So maybe down the road I'll do I'll post like a tattoo tour on YouTube, and we'll go through all my sick ink on my body that I've gotten over the years. If you're interested, maybe you are, maybe you're not. Did so much today. So much. The weekend was crazy. We had 8 a.m. basketball for Maddox, which is wild because none of those kids dribble, and all they do is just play defense. They just stand up like this, and they just huddle. They huddle. And then when the other team scores, no one wants to inbound the ball because they know that they have to have the ball and then pass it to somebody else. And no one on Maddox's team passes the ball. They just take it, run the rock down there, and just throw up a shot after traveling all over the place. It's like the Luka Doncic school of travels. So we had that at 8 a.m. Then we had Moxie's softball game at noon. And fuck, dude, it is late February, and it was over 80 degrees out here in Santa Clarita, man. It was a hot one. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like in the spring, and come summer. We're in trouble, dude. We are in big trouble. But then That wasn't even the last thing. Then we had a birthday party at Sky Zone, a little jumpy place. And that was crazy. Those places give me high anxiety, Sky Zones, because like I like to know where the kids are within the building. And as soon as like they get the wristband and they get those socks on, pew, they're gone. And Maddox especially, like that guy is fast. He's gone. And then I'm the guy like walking around. I can't find my son. Has anyone seen my son? He looks like a kid and he's fast and he's probably jumping around. And then he always ends up reappearing, but I get that high anxiety, man, where I'm like, he's been taken. He's been taken. And I haven't noticed it because you were looking at your phone because we're at war with Iran. He's gone. He always turns up, but I have such a vivid imagination where I live like an alternate life in that moment. And I think of the most horrendous things that could ever happen. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Go find your son. So then it was an awesome birthday party. It was fun. It's good times. I like being there for those things. But man, oh man, like I'm a one event a day kind of person. That's what I can handle. And anything more than that is very challenging. And we did 3 of those things in a podcast on top of that shit. I'm going to pat myself on the back here for only having a couple of conniptions in the evening time. When I got home, we're like, clean this fucking place up. It's bad, dude. It's bad.
And now for What You Watching?
It's been a while since I recorded, so I watched some stuff, man. Sadly, James Van Der Beek passed away. We got the news that James Van Der Beek passed away. And, I was a Dawson's Creek watcher. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw on Varsity Blues. 1999's Varsity Blues. I got to be kind of honest here. I'm not sure if I have ever seen this movie all the way through, or I'm not sure if I've ever seen this movie at all. Like maybe I've just seen clips. Because I only, like really, when I think of Varsity Blues, I only remember like Ali Larter coming out in the whipped cream bikini. That's kind of it for that one. But I heard like there were so many quotes and things that like my fraternity would quote. And I'm like, maybe I've like gone into their like apartments when I was at Frostburg or been in a dorm room and like it's been on. Or maybe I thought I saw it. I don't know, but I feel bad because this was the first time I really like paid attention to it. But like Varsity Blues is pretty freaking wild, man. That's a wild movie. If it's really like that in Texas with football, like let me know because this was outrageous film. It was, like I said, 1999, directed by Brian Robbins, James Van Der Beek, John Voight, my homie Paul Walker, R.I.P. John Voight is an absolute monster in this movie. They're in the high school locker room pumping Paul Walker's knee up with like, I don't know what, like numbing healing gel or whatever, steroids or whatever. And James Van Der Beek walks in there and he's like, hey, coach, what's going on? And they're just like, shut the fucking door. And they just shut the door. And Paul Walker's just like, oh, hey, no problems. I'm just under 18 getting freaking shots of cortisone in my leg or whatever the hell they're doing, which is just outrageous, man. There's so many people in this movie who have passed away, which is really sad. Ron Lester, Paul Walker, and Van Der Beek now. Is John Voight still alive? Is John Voight alive? Let's see. Yes. John Voight is alive. Wow. Scott Conn is in this. He's pretty creepy in this movie. Very rapey, Scott Conn. He's like, if you give them beer and a couple of pills, the panties fall off. Like, dude, that's assault. That is rape. That is sexual assault. The kids run the town because they're on this football team that is amazing. And the cops are just like, oh, have fun, boys. They're going to strip clubs where they find out that their teacher is a stripper, and she is like like they show up, they don't know that she's a stripper, but she's a fucking stripper, and she sees them all in the audience, and she has like, I don't know, 3.5 seconds of being like, oh my gosh, my students are here. And then she's like, well, fuck it, whatever. Let's dance. And my God, Billy Bob, he has straight up CTE, like getting destroyed in the head every single game. And coach is like, you let me down, boy. You let me down, son. You better get back out there and get your head fucking clobbered in every time. And he's nearly going to die. He's the reason Paul Walker his knee got destroyed and gave James Van Der Beek the opportunity to be the star quarterback. This movie is crazy. Ali Larter's character was dating Paul Walker's character, and then he gets hurt. He's in the hospital. They're leaving the hospital, and she hasn't even left the hospital yet, and she's already plotting to bang James Van Der Beek because she thinks he's now going to be the new star quarterback. This is a fast-paced, fun movie with a lot of unrealistic football action, but like I totally get why this movie was this movie in 1999. Like, and I don't know how I missed it or what was going on, or maybe I did watch it. I don't know, but having fresh eyes on it in 2026, this is a time capsule, and it's a fun one to circle back to if you've seen it before and want to rewatch it. It's fun. R.I.P. James Van Der Beek. You were an amazing actor, and from what I've seen just on social media recently and reading up on him, he seems like a very great person too. And I know that your family and people who loved you or still love you are going to greatly miss you. So I'm glad that there are these types of movies and TV shows that James Van Der Beek is in to make his memory forever. It's cool. So watch Varsity Blues. It was really, really cool. The next movie I watched, Olympics were on. I was feeling that that itch to see some Olympics, but I don't know what it is, but the Olympics are harder. They've become harder and harder to watch just because of all the streaming platforms and I guess the time difference in Milan or whatever. But I could never catch the sport that I wanted to watch. So I was like, you know what? I fuck with bobsledding. Let me watch Cool Runnings, baby. 1993 Cool Runnings. This one is about, you know what it's about. The freaking Jamaican bobsled team, man. No people said, we can't believe Jamaica, we got a bobsled team. Oh, so good. It's just, this is there was a string of live action Disney movies that I feel like they could never, ever have this run of live action Disney movies again, including Cool Runnings, Blank Check. There was a live action Jungle Book that was really awesome. There was a Dunstan Checks In, and there was Tim Allen raising I think a Neanderthal boy or something like that. That one was cool too. 90s live action Disney movies were fire. Oh my gosh, it gets even better. I just searched up a list of live action 90s Disney movies, and it's insane. White Fang, Shipwrecked, The Rocketeer, Newsies, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, The Mighty Ducks, The Adventures of Huck Finn, Homeward Bound, Cool Runnings, The Three Musketeers, Iron Will, Blank Check, D2, Angels in the Outfield, Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. Yeah. That's a legendary run for a studio. And it just doesn't stop there. But we're getting away from ourselves. Cool Runnings is so awesome. So awesome. One of John Candy's last movies. He's great. He plays the disgraced coach who cheated back in the day and has been exiled to Jamaica, and he runs up on a bunch of track athletes who are at the Olympic trials for track and field, and this freak accident happens where they all trip all over each other and they missed their opportunity because another 4 people then qualified for the Olympics, but because they all fell, those guys won. So then they're like, what do? We got to get to the Olympics. And this is the part that I didn't really put together when I was a kid, because then they're like, okay, well, we'll just join the bobsled team. Jamaica doesn't have one of those, so we can still get to the Olympics, but we'll just be bobsledders. But I'm like, isn't track and field the Summer Olympics? And isn't bobsledding the Winter Olympics? And aren't those like on off years? So wouldn't they still have to wait at half the time to do? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like some faulty logic there. But whatever. They meet John Candy. John Candy's had this wild theory that he could turn track athletes into the best bobsledders because they push really well. So this whole movie is about this team that rags to riches story, because Jamaica has no snow and they wanted respect going to the Olympics, and it's a true story, and it's probably very much embellished by Disney, but it's still great. It's fun, and you really like get behind Jamaica, the Jamaican bobsled team, man. I loved it. I was watching it with Moxie, and she was kind of into it, or as into it as a 9-year-old girl would be. And like this movie is very nostalgic for me because I watched it a lot as a kid, and I think it holds up. It's fun. It's got a heart. It's really, really cool. You might want to give it a rewatch. In preparation for the Oscars was 2025's Marty Supreme with Timothée Chalamet. And, you know, I'm not going to come out here and be like, I fucking hated it. But, like, this movie, I understand why people are saying that it's really, really good, and why Timothée Chalamet is really, really good in it. He is good in it. His character is, you know, he makes you feel a type of way about him, and that is the goal of any actor and filmmaker. I feel they want you to feel a type of way about the character. And Marty, he has qualities that I don't like in people, so I had a tough time watching him make decisions as that character, and that is a sign of good acting. But did I like the movie? I'm not sure, because I'm in my head this entire movie like, what are you doing, dude? Like, he can't get out of his own way. He couldn't get out of his own way the entire movie. So that was very frustrating. The director is Josh Safdie, and I believe that is one half of the directing team of Uncut Gems. And Uncut Gems is a movie I fucking hated because it was so jarring. And Adam Sandler's character in Uncut Gems is one of the most unlikable protagonists, if you could even call him that, in film history, in my opinion. I hated him. I hated the decisions that he made throughout the movie, and there's some of that. There's actually a lot of that in Marty Supreme. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes you stressed out. And is it a good film? Yeah, I think it's a good film. But is it one that I'm going to revisit? I don't know. I'm not sure. Gwyneth Paltrow's in this, man. She's really, really good. It's interesting. And Tyler, the Creator's in this movie. He's really good in it. It just goes places. Like Marty, this is about a young table tennis player who is sort of down on his luck and trying everything that he can to be this famous, amazing table tennis player. And he'll stop at nothing to beat this Japanese table tennis player who is sort of stealing his thunder. I got to watch some more nominated films to really decide whether or not I feel Timothée Chalamet deserves all these awards. But I thought he was good, but he kind of reminded me of the character in the Wonka movie that he did. It's still the same type of ambitions, young person, not a lot of money, down on his luck, stop at nothing to achieve his goal, to achieve his dream. And, he didn't sing in this, but it's kind of similar, a little similar. The next one I watched, this was cool. 2025's The Housemaid with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney and Brandon Sklenar. This was a really cool movie. I'm not familiar with the books. Jenny read the book. I know there are books, I think, but so I didn't know. I didn't see anything coming from this film, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Great story about a very rich family who is looking for a housemaid, a cleaner, cooker to come into the home, help with the kid, and keep the house clean. And from there, some shit hits the fan. Sydney Sweeney's character meets Amanda Seyfried, and once they start, Sweeney starts to realize that Amanda Seyfried's character is a little bit batshit insane, and it's starting to affect her work, and it just goes down this nasty spiral and reveals a whole can of worms that, this was just a really fun movie to sort of go down that rabbit hole and see what happens. I thought the acting was great. I thought the story was great. I don't know how it compares to the book. Jenny said there are a couple of things that they changed. Obviously, they always do with adapted books to movies, but this is worth a watch. If I were you, I'd watch it. It's fun. You're gonna get your Sydney Sweeney signature sex scenes. Don't worry about it. But there's also some interesting stuff going on with this movie. So it's definitely one to like sit back and dissect and see if you can figure out what's going down, because some shit goes down. Switching gears to TV, I'm a big fan of Big Brother, and I know that I have a friend, Megan, who I've known since middle school and into high school, and we kept in touch because we both love Big Brother. And for the longest time, like when Big Brother's over, there's a lull. There's a period of like, I wish like there was another like competition show where people are voting to kick people out and people are lying and cheating and scheming. And she told me a long time ago, like, hey, watch Traitors, because there are Big Brother ex-contestants on Traitors, and other, fun personalities from different reality shows like Housewives, The Bachelor, Survivor, stuff like that. And then like just like famous athletes like figure skaters and that type of shit. And she was like, you need to watch Traitors. Watch Traitors. Have you watched Traitors? And all the time I'm like, no, I haven't watched it. But I finally put it on, and I am so glad that I did, because Traitors scratches that Big Brother itch on my back. I love watching reality TV where people are voting to kick people out and people are scheming to stay in a place. Like, I just love that shit. It's awesome, and I think I would be pretty good at it. I tried out for Big Brother once, and I got a call back, as they say, but I fucked up, man, because I went into the callback, and I wasn't myself. I was acting like it was a job interview. So I was being all like, yes, I will be very good on your show, and I think that I will cause some problems, and it will be great for television. And they were like, yeah, thanks, bye. I should have just been me, man. And then I could have done it. But Traitors is fun, man. It's the same sort of shit, but like it's way more stylized, where you've got this outlandish host who is, selecting who's a traitor and who's a faithful. And the whole object of the show is for the faithfuls to vote out the traitors and discover who is a traitor, because everyone's trying to act like a faithful. And then while they're doing this, there are these sort of mini games day to day that either help you keep you safe from getting kicked out, or make you more susceptible to being killed by a traitor. So if you like reality TV where there's some backstabbing, some arguments, some competition, and some like kicking people out of places, Traitors is good for that. And if you're really missing that Big Brother, this is your show. I'm enjoying it. I think it just ended, so I've got some episodes to catch up on. But Traitors was dope, man. Watch it. All right, gang, we're coming to the end here, and we finally got some reviews. So I would love to read those reviews. Thank you to the folks who left reviews of the podcast. They're super helpful, and they mean a lot to me. So if you want to hook me up, go to Apple Podcasts or YouTube or Spotify and go leave me a review, or comment on a video, or like a video, or go to Apple Podcasts and leave me a 5-star review. I'll read it on the podcast. And yeah, so this one comes from my lovely wife, Jenny. Thank you. You didn't have to leave me a review, but I'm glad you did, because I probably told you to and was starting to resent that you hadn't left me a review. So thank you for leaving me my review. She says, I've been a fan of Dan's for years and followed him on his previous projects. You're in one of my previous projects, current projects, Melrose Pod. He offers a funny, somewhat contrary perspective, but backs it up with lots of humor and wit. I can never look at a McRib sandwich the same again. Guaranteed LOLs. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. Next one from DevDog86, entitled New Fave. Dan really validates a lot of the things we are all feeling and makes us crack up too. Excited for more topics. Thanks, DevDog. Now this one from Kev C is written in the language and cadence of Stefan from SNL. If anyone is unfamiliar with Stefan, it is a character played by Bill Hader who reviews clubs in New York City. So I'll do my best, Stefan, when I read this. Okay, wait. The internet's hottest podcast. The internet's hottest podcast is 41 and Done. It has everything. Unresolved feelings about a pork sandwich, grown men admitting to buying new t-shirtsies every week, and the specific kind of ghosting where someone just stops texting back but still watches all your Instagram stories. This place has everything. Fleece vests, bad knees, a guy definitely still has his college intramural jersey, the McRib sports radio opinions delivered with the confidence of someone who has never been wrong and despises loyalty to a sports franchise that does not know you exist. 5 stars. Thanks, Kev C. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. So, help me out, man. Leave me a review. That'll be really, really fun. We got one from Lars, man. He's not done. He had put his 2 cents in about ghosting, so here we go. Lars, Dan, okay, yes. We finally agree. What? Okay. Ghosting is trash behavior. Communication is greater than disappearing into the void. Growth, maturity. We're on board. But the pivot from ghosting is bad to I run marathons, so I've transcended the rest of you was bold. Running 26.2 miles does not unlock a hidden achievement called moral superiority. It unlocks a banana at the finish line and a medal that literally everyone else who also paid the entry fee gets. That's not enlightenment. That's cardio with a commemorative necklace. You spend your weeks lathering yourself in Vaseline and parade around with a little participation trophy. Sweet. Also, respectfully, you don't actually get to tell grown adults how to live their lives. You are not the Dalai Lama of emotional discipline just because you carb loaded responsibly. We love the takes. We love the passion. Are we talking in twos here? We even love the anti-ghosting crusade. We just don't love the I have a Garmin watch, therefore I am evolved energy. Stay hydrated. Stay humble. You body glide bitch. Lars. Good job, bud. Good job. I struck a chord with you, didn't I? Lars, you don't seem like you are the active type. Maybe that's where we're headed here. Hey, where's the lie, bro? Where's the lie? I said I'm not better than you because I can. I'm better than you because I do. Which is true, man. Takes a lot. It takes a lot. And I don't do it for the medals. The medals are cool, but I do it to stay somewhat in shape. It's a nice carrot to dangle. It's a nice culmination of work, man. It's not that I'm chasing what the fucking medal looks like, you dummy. Like I said, the culmination of work. Sure, running's a nice hobby to go out and run. I could go out and just run 13 miles. That's true. But I could go out and just run 26 miles. That's also true. And not spend the money and not get a medal. You're absolutely right. But like I said in the podcast, are you even listening to these things, man? It's different because when you pay, you get to run in the street. You get to have the eyeballs. You get the crowd. You get the water. It's a vibe, dude. I pay to run in marathons for the vibe. It's a celebration, bitch. I'm vibe chasing. I'm not clout chasing. But, you know, it's one of those things where like, you know, with this comes this. And with vibe chasing comes medals and comes some, what did you call it? I am evolved energy. Yeah, I am evolved. Let's run one together, dude. And I don't have a Garmin watch, you dummy. Got an Apple Watch. Okay? And it works great. What else did you say here? So we agreed on ghosting. That's cool. Okay, that's fine. But the joke that I'm better than you, that's where we cross paths. Okay, noted. Good to know. Glad you're listening though, man. Thanks for the download. If you want to get in touch with me, you can email 41anddonepodcast@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram @41anddonepodcast. Hit me up. Let's start talking. Leave me some reviews. Let me know if you've watched these movies. Give me a movie to watch. Give me a topic to cover. I want to open up the dialogue, man. Let's go. I appreciate you listening. Hit me up on YouTube @41anddone.
Thanks for listening to the 41 and Done podcast. We'll see you next time. You can follow the podcast on Instagram @41 and Done podcast. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.
Bye-bye. See ya.